please join me in welcoming to the stage the 2023 Kurt Gowdy Electronic Media Award winner, Holly Rowe.
I'm so excited that now she can just take the stadium out of it. She can just be like, I'm here with 2 Olympic gold medalists and Hall of Famer Holly Rowe. I started out pulling cable. So, you know, every TV camera, you can see them to this day, handheld cameras at the Utah Jazz games. They have someone walking behind the cameraman and you're coiling the cable and undoing the cable. It's one of the most important jobs, but so that the camera can move quickly. And so I started out as a cable puller for the Utah Jazz. I would work my way up. I was an intern for KSL, for Chris Tunis at KSL Radio. He empowered me a great deal. And then I would work as a runner for NBC Sports. And I was a runner at the Utah Jazz NBA Finals championship moments. I was there in the arena as a runner for NBC Sports. So I've gone from like the, you know, maybe the lowest job in television to one of the highest jobs in television. But I would tell you it's all exactly the same for me, is show up, work hard, be positive, do what you say you'll do. It's like the same skill set for every single job.
Get up! Oh. Holly got hops!
Have you seen?
Back. Hey. We love you, Holly.
Thank you.
So I'm going to tell you about the first time I made contact with Holly Rowe, because I didn't know her. We were both ESPN employees. Rebecca Lobo and I call a game in Baton Rouge, and we go back to the hotel, and it's halftime of the game. I don't know Holly Rowe. All I know is Bobby Knight is at Texas Tech and he's down like 17. And out of nowhere, into the camera shot comes Holly Rowe. And she sticks a microphone in Bobby Knight's face. And he stood in there and answered 2 questions. I don't remember who I texted, but I texted somebody at ESPN. I said, I need Holly Rowe's number. I said, Holly, you don't know me, but you are my hero. Anyone who would go up to Bobby Knight down by double digits in that environment and have the guts, and then you could tell the respect and, frankly, the admiration for Holly Rowe, because Bobby Knight stood in and answered the questions. If you've ever watched her interview Nick Saban or any college basketball coach, Mike Krzyzewski, you know what? They all respect her. You know why? Because she works, and she works, and she works, and she's passionate about what she covers.
Here with Marine Johannes, who actually prefers to do this in French. She's a little nervous. Tu jouais très bien aujourd'hui. Qu'est-ce que c'est le secret pour le succès?
Well, Ryan, these aren't just coaches. These are 2 of the most iconic figures in all of sports, and they both came from very humble beginnings.
Coaches said before the game that they wanted you to come out and be aggressive. How were you able to get a career-high 12 points in that first quarter with that mindset?
But I think what I'm looking forward to most is an opportunity to see so many people that have been around the game for so long that respect the job that Holly does, and now get to show her the appreciation that they have, to share with her the emotions that they have when they turn on a game and Holly's there on the call and it's like, okay, tonight's gonna be a good night. You know, there's a level of commitment now with Holly Rowe, and it just seems to me at this point in her career, whether it's women's college basketball, the national championship, which is just coming off its highest ratings ever, whether it's college basketball, she spent an awful lot of time in the Big 12, and now she's on the top team with Jay Billis and Dan Schulman, and calling the Utah Jazz game. She is at the very pinnacle of her profession. And so now when Holly calls a game, you just have to tease her and say, oh, okay, big time. So it's a big game because Holly Rowe is in the house.
They've been dominant on the boards, 38 rebounds, and you saw the points in the paint, 38 for the Utah Jazz. What a terrific performance. How does it feel to cap it off with a national championship?
It's hard to imagine this moment for you, Sue.
Nobody can understand the journey that it has taken you to be crowned champion here tonight. How do you describe the sacrifice and the work that has brought you to this very moment?
Dude, it's intimidating. I have the greatest mom of all time, and she's a single parent, so like, I just constantly have to watch somebody do everything that you think somebody couldn't do. It's like, oh, you're gonna be a woman in sports, and she does it. And then she's gonna be a single mom, and then she does it. So it's intimidating, but it's also awesome. She's the most fun ever.
The number 1 person that I want to thank during my speech is my son. And I'm trying not to cry right now because I don't want to ruin my makeup, because I still have to do my speech. It's been a challenge. It's been really hard to be a mom. I've been a single mom for most of his life, and it's just been us. and my son has sacrificed and been patient. Tonight, he's having to be patient carrying around my bag. I'm like, honey, tonight you're the bag man, you know, like, my son has been so important to me in my life that honestly, he's the only person I really care about thanking. Of course, I will thank a lot of other people. Leslie Visser is one of the top because she helped me get started when I was a young intern at CBS Sports. And then all my bosses at ESPN. I've worked at ESPN for 29 years. You know, this will be my 29th college football season coming up. It's incredible. I'm super lucky.
I don't know that there are many people who work harder than Holly, and in sports, I can't imagine that there's a single person who works as much as she does just because she loves being there. If she wasn't working a Utah Jazz game, or if she wasn't working a WNBA game, if she was on vacation, she would still be at that game watching it because she just loves sports and she loves telling athletes stories and just loves being in the energy that is a live sporting event. So it's pretty incredible because I can't think of another person who has the breadth of knowledge that she does about so many sports, so many leagues, and does it with so much passion.
It will never set in that I'm a Hall of Famer. So I work at the Women's College World Series of softball, and I work with 2 Olympic gold medalists, Michelle Smith and Jessica Mendoza. And when Beth Mowins throws it down to us, she'll say, I'm here with 2 gold medalists, Michelle Smith, Jessica Mendoza, and Hall of Fame Stadium reporter, Holly Rowe, because we work in Hall of Fame Stadium in Oklahoma City. So Beth always makes me fit in so I don't seem like the loser in the group. And so I think I'm so excited that now she can just take the stadium out of it. She can just be like, I'm here with 2 Olympic gold medalists and Hall of Famer Holly Rowe. So maybe that's a dumb reason, but I think it's kind of hilarious.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about Holly Rowe entering the Hall of Fame?
Just that I'm proud of her.